Chapter 2. That evening in the barracks, Gia brushes through my coarse black hair so she can tie it up into a braid. Because of how the DCB modified me, my hair never grows past my shoulders. If I cut it shorter, it grows to its respective length within the hour. I can change my eye color from blue to brown with a thought. That'll help me blend in when I need disguise on missions, if I pass the test tomorrow. Have you noticed anything different lately? Gia giggles. Gia's always been my closest ally, but I know she has a reputation in the shielding for being a flirt. I can't remember a time when she wasn't dragging a guy around the shielding. In fact, I don't think she's ever had to carry her backpack, because her boyfriend at the time's always doing it for her. Who is it this time? I like focusing on this drama, better than thinking about my test tomorrow. I'd love to talk about some of these stupid little things, but my head aches with the fear of tomorrow's retest. It's the only thing I can't confide in Gia about, because I'm not supposed to think I'm weak, so no one else can know. You know North in my math class. I'm not surprised. She dated him a couple years back, when holding hands and the shielding was still taboo. Nowadays, dating is just an arbitrary form of entertainment, a way to keep sane when your life is constantly dependent on your performance. Yeah, I know North from sparring class. I like him, like more than the others. Well, it's not like you guys will get married. I lay down as the lights turn off. The lights always turn off every night at 10 o'clock, no matter what night. We're to be in our dorms at 9 o'clock sharp and in our beds when the lights go out at 10. I wish people still did that. Get married? You sound like a Texan. Marriage is forbidden in the state because it's seen as an institution that could make one less productive. Your work from the state comes first, not family. Gia lies on the top of the covers staring at the ceiling. It's kind of a romantic idea, making a promise to stay together. Romantic, but impractical for us, I remind her. We're built for war, not love. She gets quiet. Maybe she's trying to fall asleep, until she blinks with a giggle. You know, you sound like Penelope when you say that. Penelope's another girl who's modified in fighting like myself. She's a no-nonsense fighter and a teacher's pet. I try not to say anything bad about her, but I think she's a people pleaser. She lives for the approval of the Grand Master and has no problem passing all of her tests, including the hand combat test. She's soft-spoken, but ruthless deep down. Gia is lucky because she doesn't have to pass these tests. The math nerds, as I call them, have to pass another set of tests to be used by the state. How can anyone sound like Penelope? She never talks, I blurt out. She talks, but only to her little circle of friends. I hear the sheets crinkle as Gia turns over to face me. You know, North is in her circle. Rumor is the DCB's training her to be the new head striker. The strikers are an elite fighting force specialized in keeping America's peace. They're like police officers who enforce political law. As long as I've known Ross, it's been his dream to be head striker. Penelope's just so serious all the time, it makes me want to scream. I had a math class with her a while back. She wouldn't talk to me. It was worse being stuck in a group project with her. I know how Gia feels. I hate fighting her. She never talks the entire fight, which makes for some boring sparring classes when you're forced to brawl with her. It's so much better to get matched up with someone that can at least joke around while beating the crap out of you. We all need something to take the edge off. She needs a boyfriend. I think it would help her have more fun. I thought she was dating the guy Wilder, I say, because I think Gia mentioned it a few nights ago. No, Wilder's dating Maya. Do you even pay attention to things around here? I don't. I couldn't care less about this, but at least it's something to talk about other than work or school. I know Maya and Wilder, and I've seen them in the halls and in class, but I'm not really close with anyone except for Gia and Ross. How have you been? Gia asks me the same question every night. I'm good. My voice gets high as I say it. It even sounds like a lie. No, I mean like really. How are you doing with your test and stuff? I'm gonna pass tomorrow. Today I was just getting ready for it. I lie. I want to imagine the next big thing in life, like getting assigned for a mission, because tomorrow seems too intimidating to focus on. I want to escape from it all, just close my eyes and imagine sitting beyond the fence. I'd rather be out there breathing in the freedom of going wherever I want to. That's good, because I thought you failed again. Gia gets quiet. And I don't try to rekindle the conversation, because I should get some sleep if I'm gonna win the fight tomorrow. The thought of tomorrow being a few hours away keeps me up. My body wants rest, but my mind wants to think. I can't help but study the flashing blue light on my shoulder. The pale blue light reflects off the sterile white walls. I wish it would just turn off so I could sleep in total darkness. The yellow light from the hallway suddenly outshadows me and Gia's blue glow. Instinctively, I reach for my throwing knife as I see the door opening. Gia and I both sit up as the door creeps open timidly, and I see the outline of a man approaching. His frame is so large it takes up most of the door. I take the blade in my hand, ready to strike, when he puts his hands up. "I'm here to break you out," the new guy whispers. I can tell it's him by the intellectual sound of his meek voice. I slide off the bed and stand with the blade ready to fire. He's so much more robust than me, I won't beat him in a fight. "Why are you here?" I interrogate. "Drop the knife. Lily and I escaped from a shielding up north, and we came for you." "Why me, huh?" I refuse to drop my weapon. I feel my heartbeat in my throat because I know that there's a good chance the state will kill me if I leave, and there's a good chance I'll be reassigned if I fail the test tomorrow. I hear a racket in the hallway, and I'm sure security knows something's wrong. The guards will be here any minute. Gia looks over, silently pulling the sheets just above her eyes. It's too dark to see her expression. Az looks down the hallway. "I'll explain if and when we get out of here. Give me a good reason at least. The prospect of freedom stirs something deep inside. If you don't, a lot of innocent people are going to die." An alarm sounds and the LED lights in the hall flash red. Die? No one in the state uses that word. It's not politically correct. It is glaringly apparent he's not from another shielding. Everything about him screams outsider. He doesn't talk or act like the guys in the shielding, meaning he could break me out of here if he was smart enough to break in. A guard bursts through the doors, flipping the lights back on their yellow tint. Az shoves the first guard away with ease. Another guard tries to grab his arms, but he also pushes him back. The first man pulls out a taser, and another security guard arrives with a firearm, from what I can see happening in the hallway. I blink and release a throwing dagger into the headlight, causing the room to go black. Gia flinches at the loud sound of the light bursting. "Piper, you can't. Do you know what the state will do if you leave?" "I like a little rebellion," I assure Az. "Good." I hear Az in the pitch-black darkness. One of the guards says, "Someone turn on the breakers, now." "Don't worry, I got a plan to get out." A guard with a round beer belly finds his flashlight. He knows me well from escorting me to class, when I'm late most days. "All right, Piper, last warning. Both of you need to stand down, or else we'll use force." He shines a flashlight from my face to Azrael's. Az bites the inside of his cheeks and looks as if he's thinking about the guard's offer. Az stands an entire foot taller than the DCB officer, and I know we could outsmart them with my modifications. Az gives a nod of approval. I'm all in if it means not having to take that stupid test tomorrow. Az takes hold of the flashlight so quickly that I can hardly see his hand move. He rips the light from the guard and crushes it, making the hallway dark again. "All personnel, turn on the backup circuit. We have an issue. Backup is needed." I hear one say on the walkie-talkie. The hallway is then illuminated with the ghostly red glow from the emergency breaker lights. The man with the gun points it right at Az. This is what I was trained for, gun defense. I lunge at the man and grab the gun by the barrel, forcing it towards the ceiling. The man yanks on the handle, trying to break my grip free. But he can't. In desperation, he fires a few shots into the ceiling, hoping to scare me into letting go. I knee him right where it hurts, and he lets go. As the guard crumbles in pain, I drive an elbow into his pressure point on the back of his neck, and he instantly blacks out. I stare at him for a second. He lays out sprawled on the floor, motionless, but breathing. Piper, Az brings me back into the fight. The guard with the taser is lying against the wall with a bloodied nose. Az took care of him all right. "You can't leave," Gia protests, louder. "Don't be stupid. If you're caught, you'll end up like Tim." "If we're caught." "Don't worry, I'll be back," I assure her. "I'm gonna see what out there is like. I'm unsure if I will, but I'll return for them if it's better." Az tugs my sleeve. "Let's go before backup comes." We disabled the security cameras so they won't know anything's up. Wait, I pause, walking over to the man, knocked out against the wall. We could use this. I take the guard's gun out of his pocket and stare down the narrow white hallways, illuminated by the red exit lights. It seems almost dream-like, the reddish glow illuminating the hallways that I've been staring down my whole life, and the prospect of freedom.